Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kids Show, and today we have to talk about some aftermath of, well, a developer that was involved with Sweet Baby Inc. And the shame is, this seems to be, a game, and we're talking about Tales of Kenzera Zau. This seems to be a game that didn't need Sweet Baby Inc. at all, and really just their involvement alone had instantaneously turned off a bunch of people potentially to their game. And really, this is why I do urge developers not to get involved with Sweet Baby Inc. Naturally, their intrusion in video games, or whether you deem it as intrusion or whether you deem it as just an addition, whether it be useful, not useful, anything, naturally their involvement makes people pick whether to buy your game or not. And most of the time, it is people that actually do buy games, it seems like, that are saying, oh no, to hell with you, we are not supporting your video game simply because Sweet Baby Inc. is involved. And the game could be very good. And from what I've been hearing from Tales of Kenzera, it's actually a good video game. And I hear from a lot of people don't understand why Sweet Baby Inc. is involved at all. They weren't needed, and apparently their addition was minimal. But just the fact that they were involved alone made people say, I will not support the game because whether the game is good, whether the game is not, well, we don't support Sweet Baby Inc. because, well, Sweet Baby Inc. has yet to come to terms with the reality that they created this situation that they're now in. They haven't apologized to Cabrutus. They haven't come out and admitted any wrongdoing. They've doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down. And look, it is what it is at this point. People have picked their sides, and well, if you're a game developer that has hired Sweet Baby Inc., unfortunately, this may happen to your development, company as well. And Tales of Kenzera Zau Studio is facing layoffs. Update: Surgent Studios have confirmed that just over a dozen employees have been laid off. Tales of Kenzera Zau developer Surgent Studios is facing layoffs. Multiple former developers have been posting to LinkedIn that their time working at the studio is ending, as spotted by a game developer. Tales of Kenzera Zau was released earlier this year, published by EA original title. The game received generally positive reviews at release with a Metacritic score of 76. Surgeon Studios confirmed just over a dozen employees have been laid off. It said, "Thank you so much to those who have checked in. This hurts deeply. This isn't this isn't the news I wanted to share today. I'm so proud of what the team has achieved over the course of these 4 years. When things got tough, there were some uh, there were some of them that stood so strong. It was inspiring." Let's finish the tweet. So, to be delivering this news today really sucks. I know we're not alone here and that this doesn't make it easier. The focus now is to continue supporting those affected in any way we can. I will be replying to this with links and posts of affected team members. If you have any opportunities available or know of any going, please consider this these incredible people. Oh my gosh, I can't read today, but Surgeon Studios here says, unfortunately, Surgeon has joined in a growing number of game studios impacted by layoffs this year, with just over a dozen people affected. It's a difficult time for the games industry, but we remain incredibly proud of our team's work on Zao and the praise it was received from critics and players alike. Our focus now is on supporting those affected, continuing our work on Zao, and looking to the future of the next creative project. And yeah, it's a shame. I hear it's actually a pretty good game. I personally will not buy it just because Sweet Baby Inc. is involved, and that's something that I've held true to thus far. Maybe, in the future when Sweet Baby Inc. is no longer a thing, I'll consider picking up the game because apparently their intrusion is minimal. So that's what it is. And I know that this dude was a developer for the game. It was his basically this game is his love child. He worked for Sweet Baby Inc. at some point, and then ended up, being, getting them for this game. I don't know if he was directly involved in that or whatever have you, but I mean, there's, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. Don't do it. If you want your game to not have something, a political slant, whether it be you having a political slant as the game developer, or people having a slant on what they think of your game, it's best to just not hire Sweet Baby Inc. for it. Because this is, their games, some of them will do well. Because some of them are tied to major corporations that have insane amounts of money to just dump into advertising. That's, it is what it is. But there's definitely going to be overall less sales. And judging by this, there was people, look, you look at the Steam DB numbers here, never even peaked at 400 players simultaneously. There's 16 people in game right now. Um, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I I don't really know what else to say. This stuff speaks for itself. And the shame is this is a good game. And when you look at the people that said, "Yeah, I'm not touching this game with a 10-foot pole just because of Sweet Baby Inc." Nothing against the game itself, just we're protesting that group. And then the people that said, "Well, because you're protesting that group, we're going to go out and buy this game." It goes to show who is the ones that have the more one side is clearly bigger than another, in my personal opinion, because there was definitely those who retaliated for whatever reason. And I understand that, this game is involved and that the developers don't necessarily stand for all that. I get that. But the reality is there is a protest of this company going on. And unfortunately, this didn't become a thing until like, what, 4 months or so ago, 4 or 5 months ago. But people know what it is now. Do not include this. Do not include Sweet Baby Inc. in your game. It's really that simple at this point. The developers know where people stand. If you want your game to do well, do the right thing, man. Do it yourself, okay? At the end of the day, just do it yourself. And they said, well, looks like I'm joining all the affected in the industry layoffs this year, wrote Jordan Smee, excuse me, a former technical artist at Surgent Studios, level designer Peter Isborn wrote. Chapter entitled Pete Works at Surgent Studios is coming to a close at the end of the month alongside an image referencing that this has been affected by layoffs. And it's to be fair, it's fair to say that um that there's been layoffs all across the industry this year, and I get that. Um and that's the thing, but really at the end of the day, people have spoken when it comes to Sweet Baby Inc. We don't want them in our video games. Clearly they're very activistically oriented, and a lot of people just don't want that in gaming. They just want to play good video games and not have to worry, not have to be concerned with a company that clearly hates the people that they essentially make video games for or design video games for or have input on video games for. They hate gamers. Like, it's fairly clear to see. And they demand to have a spot in this industry, and they use their social political power. They self-victimize and use that as their superpower to gain power, to essentially do what they want to do and get money for it. And look, there's been a lot of stuff that's come out about Sweet Baby Inc. Some of it true, some of it not, some of it speculated. This, that, and the third. But really, at the end of the day, what they did is what they did. What we do know for sure is that, well, they did not fess up. They did not apologize for Chris Kindred attacking Karutis, trying to have Karutis' personal Steam account removed. It does, it's you can't avoid the fact that there's anti-Semitism involved in their company very clearly, anti-white, anti-male behavior from multiple Sweet Baby Inc. employees. Nobody answers for it. Nobody apologizes. Nobody addresses it. They just double, triple down, and it's not. We standing against Sweet Baby Inc. is not going to stop. And unfortunately, there's going to be video games that seem to be good games. Maybe some of them look like trash, mind you. Some of these SBI oriented games look like dog shit, and then some of them actually don't look half bad. And unfortunately, those games that look like they potentially, look good, people are still going to say no. And it is what it is. And it's not necessarily a race thing. It's not necessarily a gender thing. People just stand against Sweet Baby Inc. because of what they did. And it is what it is. So I highly recommend that you do not get involved with this company, especially if you hope to have any success, to get any recognition and support from the gaming community themselves. You can try and get in with, this company, that company. But if you have no player base to sell to, who the fuck are you at the end of the day, right? But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Twitter or Twitch if you'd like to continue the conversation. Been streaming on Twitch. It's been an awesome time, so definitely. You're missing out on content. If you need somebody to watch, you want to talk to me, my loser ass self over there, you're more than welcome to join in with me and my awesome, group of homies that pull up all the time. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, guys, so that being said, I'm out. Peace.